Is the movie good? Does it entertain? Are the actors compelling? Did they all stay in frame? Hurry, come see, just you and me. The fuck did I watch? Hello and welcome to another episode of The Fuck Did I Just Watch? With your host as always, McLemore. Thank you so much for tuning in as we recap and review the latest Disney remake, that is The Little Mermaid. And if you haven't already, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, as it's much appreciated and it's the one thing that keeps the fuck alive. And if you haven't seen The Little Mermaid and would still like to, make sure you pause now and return later, as there may be several spoilers up ahead. That's right, this is your official spoiler alert! The Little Mermaid is Disney's latest addition to its collection of live-action remakes, alongside Lion King, Pinocchio, Aladdin, just to name a few. The Little Mermaid has an A-list cast with some of Hollywood's heavy hitters like Javier Bardem and Melissa McCarthy, but also introduces some fresh talent in the form of Halle and Jonah Hauer-King. Now let's talk about some of the visuals in The Little Mermaid, specifically when we're under the sea, because this is coming out post Avatar 2, right? This is coming out post The Way of Water, which was mind-blowingly visually stunning. Anytime they dipped that camera under the water, it looked gorgeous. And so that's where I was going into the film. That's where my mindset was like, Avatar is the bar. Avatar is the new, like, this is the standard of, like, anytime you're shooting underwater, it better look this amazing, because it's like, my eyeballs have already seen it. There's no going back. And having said that, does it live up to that Avatar bar? Does it raise it or go even higher? Not really. I mean, it's kind of like, it's okay. I feel like once you get past, like, there's a lot of CGI hair going on. Like, there's a lot of, like, floaty CGI hair. And, like, first impression is, like, it looks clearly CGI and just, like, it just looks very computer generated. And this is Disney. This is coming from Disney. If anybody's got the money, it's Disney, dude. Shell out the extra dollars to get whatever James Cameron was using, Disney. You can afford it. Because while it does look pretty good sometimes, like certain animals look good, but then certain ones look really not good. Like Sebastian as the crab, like, he looks pretty good. Like, he has some close-ups and, like, it looks pretty decent, although it is still kind of like, he is still kind of animated, like, in a vaguely cartoon way. It does overall look okay. There's some turtles that look really good. All of the people, all the mermaids and mermen look relatively good as well. But you know who doesn't look good? You know who looks borderline, like, lifeless the whole movie? Flounder, dude. Dude, start a hashtag for Flounder. Hashtag justice for Flounder, dude, because he looks so lifeless. He looks so just like at least with Sebastian or the bird Scuttle, like, they give him, like, you know, like, sort of like more animated, like, gestures and more, like, you know, personality traits or whatever, to make them less like, you know, just animals or just a crab, and make them more personality. But with Flounder, it's just like, he's just always just like so, like, lifelessly just mindless. Like, he has just this stupid fish face the whole movie, and it's just like, bro, you gave him nothing, dude. You gave Flounder nothing, dude. No personality, just like. And it's also kind of like hit or miss with, like, the CGI hair as well, because it's like when they switch back and forth from, like, underwater CGI hair to, like, above water normal hair, sometimes it works and then sometimes it doesn't. Example being Halle, who underwater, like, she looks great. Her hair is CGI floating around. When she's above surface, her hair looks great as well. When it's, like, naturally dry or just, like, you know, coming out of the water, no matter what, her hair looks amazing. Javier Bardem, on the other hand, it's like when he's underwater, it's like, okay, you know, CGI hair, CGI beard hair, also, like, it looks pretty good. But when he cracks above the surface, dude, it looks like the most cheapest, like, ridiculous, like, Santa Claus beard that they just slapped on him. But you know what's crazy is that Javier Bardem is so good at acting. He is so compelling as an actor that even when he comes above the water with his stupid, like, strap-on Santa cheap beard, his acting is so phenomenal that, like, it doesn't even matter how terrible his facial hair looks. It just, like, his acting is just blasting through that it makes the terrible beard that they have strapped onto him irrelevant. So let's talk about some of the performances in the film, starting with our Little Mermaid, Halle Bailey, who takes on the incredible challenge of this film, where not only does she have to be an amazing singer like through the first half of the film, but then she has to be the exact opposite and not say a word for the rest of the film. And so it makes it more interesting and entertaining to watch her kind of take on the duality that is this role. And she does an amazing job at both ends of it. Not only is she got these incredible pipes on her, she is belting out these numbers in a way that is just like, if you are not emotionally moved by her singing, you're dead inside. Jonah Hauer-King, also relatively new to the Hollywood scene, not a ton of previous filmography, and he was fine in this film. Like, he didn't bring a bunch, but then he also doesn't take away a bunch either. He doesn't take away too much by being bad. Like, he's just right down the middle. He's fine. I mean, this is mostly, we're here for Ariel, right? Like, nobody's here for Eric. And that brings us to Melissa McCarthy. Melissa McCarthy, I feel so conflicted about this because it's like, when I first heard about it, it's one of those things where it's like, she is becoming like a parody of herself, if that made sense. It's weird because this is like a musical movie. There's lots of songs in this movie. Ursula has her own number in the movie. So it's like, you'd think you'd want somebody who could sing. You'd think you'd want like a professional. Halle Bailey is out there setting the bar on the moon with her vocal like range. And then you're gonna try to swoop in with Melissa McCarthy trying to like match her like on the song. Like, no way it's gonna happen, dude. Now, having said all of that, is Melissa McCarthy bad in this film? No, absolutely not. I feel like she does a great job of capturing what is Ursula's character. Like, she does a great job of capturing the vibe. And she is funny. Like, she is like Melissa McCarthy. Like, she is gonna be funny. She is gonna be like a good actress. It's hard to explain. Like, she doesn't really do anything bad. She doesn't really take anything away. It just feels like they were going for the slam dunk with Lizzo, and it's just like watching somebody. It's just like watching LeBron completely miss that dunk. It's just like, what just happened, dude? Like, we had Lizzo as Ursula. You were going for the dunk, and then all of a sudden, you made it Melissa McCarthy. Like, what just happened? And so let's hit Little Mermaid with our overall rating. Overall, the visuals in Little Mermaid are pretty good. Like, when they're underwater, maybe there's times certain scenes are a little bit too dark. Maybe the CGI hair looks a little bit weird, but overall, most of the animals are very colorful. Lots of the underwater life looks really great. And anytime they're above surface, it looks phenomenal. Anytime they're above the water, like looking out on the ocean or the beach, it looks beautiful. But there is one thing about this film, one thing about this movie that I did not enjoy, and I cannot understand why they keep doing it, dude. Why is this movie 2 hours and 15 minutes, dude? Over 2 hours? Do you know how long the original is? The original Little Mermaid is like 1:20, dude. $1:20. The attention span of a full-grown adult like myself is already getting reduced like crazy. Like, every day my attention span is less and less. And you're talking about main audience is children whose attention span is like less than a blink of an eye. And you're making an over 2 hour long movie, dude? Why? So on the one hand, yes, great performances, great visuals, it's really fun hearing the music and like the nostalgia, of course. But then on the other hand, 2 hours and 15 minutes. So you know there's gonna be some downtime. So you know there's gonna be some additional songs that aren't that good. Some additional songs that probably don't need to be in this film at all. Some additional scenes that are unnecessary and boring. So overall, we're gonna hit Little Mermaid with a C+. That's right, coming in above average. It's not nearly the worst Disney live-action remake, not even close. Is it the best? Also, no, because there are some good performances. Yes, there is pretty good visuals, but it's just like pretty good isn't good enough to outdo like how long it is for no reason, like how much boring, unnecessary filling there is in this movie for no reason. If you felt differently about The Little Mermaid, make sure you comment down below. And if you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button because it's much appreciated. I am your host as always, Kyle McLemore, and we'll see you next time at the movies.